What's up, guys? We're over on World Flipper today. We got part 2 of the Legacy of the Deep story event dropped in. Been farming out the Godly event. I want to talk about the team that I'm using to take into the Godly event. I want to show you guys the box, what you can get. Talk about the new free-to-play character we finally have access to. So welcome to the channel. Smack the sub button. I appreciate you being here. We got the Summer Marina as part of this Legacy of the Deep part 2. If we hop on over to the story event, you got Legacy of the Deep. This is a free unit. You get 2 copies from the event itself. Then you're going to have to use some awakening shards to fully max her out or wait for her to return in the future. It's up to you if you'd like to do that, but you have the token boxes here. So we did gain access to box C and we gain access to box D. So this is going to be where you go in, you're going to fight the boss, you're going to do the godly runs, you're going to get a lot of tokens. We're getting a couple things here. So on box C is where you're going to find one of the copies of Summer Marina. There she is claimed. She is available as a drop from the box. Spin the tokens, clear out the box, move on to the next one. What's cool about this event though, however, is if we go on over to box D in this event, I had just about to finish it out. So if we take a look, I have 93 items left there. It'll tell you right at the top what's left in the box. You can go ahead, pull those 93 items. You can reset box D and then keep grinding out. So we now get that new box option in the upper right hand corner that is lit up. That is letting us know that we can cycle through to another box. So we'll tap, would you like to refill the items in this box? You click OK. Box has been refilled. We could take a look. If we tap the icon, we can see now that we do have access again to another 893 items, including another copy of the MM28. However, if we hop back over to the boss trials themselves, and the other copy Marina does come from just finishing up the story. I think the copy is on a Legacy Reclaimed. You just do that story, you watch it, and you get a copy of Summer Marina, or it could be the Ascended Zegra in the story. One of those two gives you the copy of the Summer Marina, which I am using over here on the right-hand side of the screen. You can see my team running against the boss. We are going to be looking at that team shortly, but when we hop on over to the boss trials, you do have the added difficulty of the Zegra Godly. So you're going to be able to get a few things from this. You're getting 1 more tokens, and you're also going to be grabbing, if we click on the information, you're going to get an armament drop. This is the 5-star armament for this story event. We had the Golden Rake, the 4-star, which is used on the Summer Gerard team. It's a great team. I'm going to do a separate video on that because I actually ended up using the Summer Marina team for this godly run. So I'll show you guys the Summer Gerard skill damage team in a video later this week. We do have the Genome Piercer here as the weapon drop. This is going to give us skills activated by fire units, 8% to skill damage for fire units to a maximum of 160%. So this is a skill damage weapon for fire. Fire skill damage if you want to try to build it. This weapon will help out the team. Taking on this godly boss, there's a few things going on here. This boss likes to spawn a lot of little ads. It is very heavy damage and you're gonna get blown up rather quickly. I died at the beginning of testing out teams against this boss. I died many times trying to go in, and people just taking like Summer Gerard teams. They were taking kind of these just random mix of teams that weren't clearing the dungeon. They were dying. I was left all by myself, and it just kind of turned into this little bit of a nightmare. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to bring Lascelle, try to help my team out and see if we can clear it. If you guys bring any team, especially in this event, from how much I've seen the people I've paired up with die, just try to bring Lascelle. Lascelle heals all the parties. She's this back row under Rakisha here. If you look, you do have Lascelle. You can see it is going to restore the HP of all parties, so you can help your team out, help them stay healthy. Another really nice armament here in this situation is you want to take in the Shell of the Deep. This is giving me fire resistance. It's increasing the heals if I'm below that 80% HP. It is a nice armament to have. So there is a lot going on with this team that has to do with Power Flip, and there's Fever too, which is kind of fun. Power Flip and Fever normally don't go too well together, but if we look at Summer Marina, she's got 30% attack for water units, and while Power Flip damage is increased by at least 200%, you're going to get an extra 100% attack to the leader column, which is why, well, 2 reasons we have Viren on this team. A lot of people like to take Murakumo to get that extra damage buff at the beginning, but I really don't like Murakumo going into this boss because of how many little guys the boss spawns. You want to pierce through as much as you can to clear the board out as quickly as possible. And what I've noticed is when I go in with people that aren't running the pierce variant, it gets very frustrating because you just want to clear it out as fast as you can, and you're just watching their team bounce back and forth. And sometimes even with the pierce going, if you're playing on auto, it won't activate exactly because the computer is looking for the boss to be there, and if it just sees all the little guys, it will actually hold your Viren column back so you can activate it yourself manually. You can wait for it to go down, but it is just nice when he does spawn the ads. When you have pierce up, you can just take them out very quickly. And since you have so much power flip damage increase on this team, you have Boletta, you have Mordiaga, you've got the fist weapon from the precon boss that is giving water power flip damage percentage increase. It is just going to hit that modify requirement very quickly, so you're going to get a lot of damage there, and it's going to be a nice easy cleanup. If you don't have Rakisha, a lot of people don't have Rakisha, a lot of people are not able to snag this unit, you can just put something to help with survivability, guys. Like I tried Faf works great. I tried Cypher works great. You can go like this. You can switch the team around any which way you'd like. In all honesty, this is a very flexible comp. This original skeleton, I think, came from Wasuku, if I remember correctly. It basically said, hey guys, you can go in, you can remove all of the units like this. Pretty much you have the cell in the back, you have the Viren, you've got, if you don't have the Maltet, you can put the claw, so you can use the claw instead if you don't have the Maltet. So you can go like this, grab the claw, throw the claw on the team, and be good to go as well. But this is pretty much freedom, you guys. You don't have to like be like, oh my gosh, I need these exact units. It's just a very simple skeleton. Make sure you have survivability. Make sure you can survive throughout the fight. I think that was the thing I saw, people just literally dying a lot. Like, it wasn't even that bad of a run. They were just dying. It was just interesting to see. You can mix it up with more power flip damage. I like Mordiaga. Mordiaga's fun to use. I don't get to use him very often. I literally just don't use him, and I thought it would be fun to use him here. So he is giving power flip damage, skill gauge, and all the kinds of things like that. And you don't need Boletta. Boletta is just that nice power flip damage modifier, and it just goes from there, guys. The glove does help, but you don't need the glove. The fist is a very nice thing, but if you miss the fist, you can take in other weapons that just buff water attack. It will be totally fine. Just make sure, if you're using some Marina, make sure you have percentages of power flip that can at least add up to that 200%, because if you don't, you're not getting that extra 100 attack on Marina, and then the whole team just kind of falls apart. So make sure you're doing that, and you should be totally fine in this event. It has been very easy farming out. As you guys saw, I finished the box out. This event has gone by so fast, and I feel like I finished this way quicker. It could have been because I was spamming runs in the stream. I know, thank you guys for stopping by. If you guys were able to hop in those rooms and help clear out the initial runs when I was trying to farm the rakes for myself and I couldn't get them to drop, which was a nightmare, but this is a very easy and quick boss to do as long as you have a little bit of tankiness and healing, and you can just go in and survive, help your team out, get it done. You don't have to worry about blowing this thing up. Just surviving and helping your team is enough. So make sure you guys hop in, get the Legacy of the Deep Part 2 done. This is a story-based unit. All these story things are going to be added eventually in the future. You're going to be able to hop into the game at any time and access these stories, but as of right now, they're on a timed basis. So if we look back at the events, you do have 7 days remaining, 1 week. You got 1 week to grab Marina. Before she goes away, she will come back. This isn't a one-time thing, so Love will come back. You'll have the pre-con event with Prika come back. You'll have the Legacy of the Deep return. These are story events that do return into the game, so I wouldn't stress too much, but if you're playing right now, if you're watching this video in the current time, you're not watching this in the future as a past video, then grab her, guys. Free unit, and it is doing work. Art looks nice too. I mean, it is all around a really nice unit, so get in there, get it done. Appreciate you stopping by the channel. Appreciate you guys watching the content. Thank you again. Smack the sub button. Welcome to the channel. Lots of World Flipper to come. Summer Gerard should be my next video. I am going to stream some more so you guys can hop in, grab the rooms. I will see you guys then. Peace, guys.